Is this the best Hot Toys Batman? Let's find out. The packaging is very slick and clean looking. It's got a lovely reflective bat symbol on the front, Batman at the bottom, which is nicely raised. And if you take off the sleeve like so, it reveals the figure in all his glory in his bat armory. So let's crack this bad boy open and see if he's worth the wait. And here he is, fresh out of the packaging, and boy oh boy, there's a lot to love and there's also a lot to hate with this figure. So, starting off with accessories, he has an array of stuff, all iconic weapons from the film. So he has his line launcher, which this feels like a very brittle, cheap plastic for me, which I'm not too fond of. It's got a spring here, opens up, doesn't even open up straight. I feel like if I push that down, it's going to snap. So that to me is already a bit of a no-no. Comes with smoke bombs, which he uses in the chemical plant in the movie. Very cool looking. His bat remote to control his Batmobile. Comes with a load of interchangeable hands, which are very well detailed actually. It's got this nice leather look. I'm glad they've actually painted all of the studs, because I've had previous figures of Batman 89 and none of these are actually painted, so it's nice that Hot Toys have actually done something like this. It's got the open up hand, which you use, where is it? This accessory here. So palm open, and then that goes on the figure. It's got that scene where he just sticks his hand up and punches the samurai guy. Very cool seeing that. There we go. Obviously gripping hands. Very basic. I don't remember him using these in the films, but he's got ninja stars, which are very shiny and very sharp. I'm liking them. And again, this accessory, correct me if I'm wrong, is actually from Batman Returns. I don't remember him using a bomb in the first film, but correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, he's got his Batarang on a rope from the opening scene. Very nice looking. Got lovely little details. Very sharp, so do be careful with all of these, because they feel very brittle and very sharp. Vicky Vale's shoe. It's got a nice little shine to it. Bit sloppy paint here, but you know, it's just a basic high heel. And then he's got his grapple gun, which comes in two parts, like so. And this is supposed to have a magnet in it, which it does, and it's meant to go on this guy, but I'll show you in a minute, it just doesn't work well at all. And then he's got some very well detailed and painted mouth plates. I really like the bloodied one. Not too sure about that one. Looks like he's about to kiss someone. Mwah. So that's the accessories out of the way. Oh no, one thing I forgot to mention are these poles here. These insert into the cape, so we can do the iconic gliding down from the rooftops. And they've also included some spare wrist pegs, which is great, because if a figure like this snaps, you know, these definitely are a must-have. And then he's got this little tool here, and then this is to change the directions of the eyes, which I'll show you shortly. So I'll raise the camera up. The figure obviously on a stand, and there he is Does that look like Michael Keaton to you? I'm a bit hit and miss with it. It does in some ways, and in other ways, it just doesn't. So I'll take him off the stand, put him there a second. Another thing which I found is a bit lazy from Hot Toys, really. This stand, obviously, no problems with it being plastic, looks really clean. Batman at the front, lovely logo. But why? Look, they've got the mold for batteries, and there's no batteries. Like, you can't put batteries in this thing here. And they've got lights, which just look crap because they're not even lights. It's pretty lazy, that. If they're going to go all out, give us a proper base, give us functioning lights. I don't like that at all. Other Hot Toys have a base, have lights, and they work fine, but for some reason, this guy is a big no-no. But with that said, this is supposedly an updated version of the Hot Toys DX09, which I missed out on first time round. So when this guy came up on pre-order, I had to get it. Told my wife I had to get it, and she was like, "Oh no," but I got it, and I made up. I finally got it in my collection. But there is some big issues with this guy. So I'll bring him closer to you. So there's his head sculpt. Yeah, get the light on it. It does look like Keaton in some parts, but I just don't know. Does it look like Keaton? I think it does in some lights and different mouth plates on it, which I'll show you shortly. But there's a few things I don't like, so let's have a look. And it sounds like I'm nitpicking here, but I've waited so long for this figure, and I love Batman 89. It's so good. And I love Michael Keaton, and Hot Toys are renowned to, be the best of the best in this scale of action figure. But I just feel a little bit let down. So his belt, it's got a little magnet in it, which you move this here. The magnet's just here, and his grapple gun is meant to stick on here, and it does eventually, if I can do it. Probably not. It just, the magnet feels so weak. I can't even feel it. It's not even, see, I've got it on, but it's meant to be the other way around for it to be like how it is in the film, and I can't for the life of me get that to stick on. So if you've got this guy, let me know if I'm doing something wrong, because I would want to display him in a neutral pose, with his grapple gun here like he does in the promo pictures. So I'll take that off. That's one thing it really bugs me. Like, Mezco obviously do a version of this, and they implement this function so much better. So his belt, it is very well detailed and very well coloured. I'll give them that. Yeah, it's got like a nice sort of like black wash on the front there. But a lot of the complaints I've seen online and other reviews is the suit. Well, I do have to admit, in person, it's not as bad. A lot of people say it needs to be really smooth, which I agree. But at the same time, I can live with this sort of more textured suit. You can see all the details here. Yeah, very cool. But I thought this guy would be actually heavier than he is. He's really light, and he feels like he's got a bit of a loose leg joint here. It just moves really easy. So another thing I'm not a big fan of is the cape. So it's got wires in it, but it just doesn't hold. It doesn't hold any poses at all. It's just there. And a big selling point of this guy was its cape. It's upgraded from the previous DX09, which it is. It's a better material, but it just doesn't hold the pose at all. It's got a wire at the front. It's got another wire here. I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me at all. Like the material they've used, it just doesn't blend in with the suit as much as I would like it to. For like the price of this guy, you know, I expected a lot more quality from Hot Toys. So drape it over his shoulder, it doesn't look too bad. So to actually change his mouth plates, you pop off his head. Let's hopefully I can do it. It feels like I'm going to break it when I do this. Like so. Cape just sits over this peg here. And then there's his head sculpt. I don't know, man. Is it Keaton? Is it not Keaton? I can sort of see it from the side. But let's change his mouth plate and see what kind of thing we can get. So let's try his his kissing mouth. So to change his head, there's just a little you can just about see it. There's like a little beige color thing. You just stick your finger in there, poke it out, and then put it in there. It's got Keaton's lips, but I don't know. You can you can kiss or smell the Vicky Vale shoe. Mmm, delicious. Right, let's put the battle damaged faceplate on. Oh wow, I like that. That's the money shot there. Yes. Zoom in a little bit. You can see his eyes. Oh yeah. Now that definitely looks like Keaton to me. It focuses. There we go. I love the way the light shines off the eyes here. That makes this head portrait look so much better. Yeah, it's good that. So let's pop this back on the figure. Oh no, matter of fact, before I do that, his eyes, you can move it with this tool, which I've not actually done yet. So let's give it a go. So in there, there's should be a little thing. Don't actually know which way to do it. Is it that way? I'll probably do it off camera actually. That's not really working for me. I'll do that another time. But let's whack this on here. I like the way you can just swap the cowl on and off. You know, nice and easy to change the mouth plates, he says, whilst it doesn't click on. There we go. Snaps into place. Yeah, that looks well good. So let's zoom out a little bit there. There he is with his menacing end battle damage scene. Look. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. It is very light, this figure. I did expect it to be a lot heavier than what it is. So, should we go over some articulation? I don't own many Hot Toys, so I'm not too sure on the limits you can actually push these guys. But we shall see. So we can go up a fair bit. Oh, he's got some movement here. Oh, he's got like a ratchet in his... Can you hear that? It's very satisfying, that sound. So he's got a good ab crunch. His legs. Again, they're sort of on like a ratchet, but that's as far as it can go because it just wants to fall back because of this suit. It's very, very thick rubber, this suit. I do wish they went for sort of a thinner material, a smoother look. But overall, it's not as bad as people make out. Again, that's as far as you can go because it just wants to drop down. his knees. Let's see what kind of range we can get in the knees. God, these legs are awful actually. Because as soon as you bend the knees and lift this thigh up, it just wants to keep dropping down. That's annoying. See if it's the same on the other leg. Yep, same on the other leg. His boots have got like a kind of a soft rubber, which is quite good that actually. So it's not going to cut into this rubber if you do actually move the legs. I quite like that. And then let's have a look at his boots. Have they got the Nike tick from his Nikes from the film? I can't see it, but they're very well sculpted. I like them. Got all the treads on the bottom. So yeah, his articulation it's very limited, but at the same time, that's no issue for a Michael Keaton 89 figure, because you know in the film he wasn't jumping around doing flips. He was, you know, he couldn't move that well in the suit, and I feel like it translates quite well into this figure. So yeah, that's not a bad thing. So back to this cape. You can put these poles through these bits here. So I've not actually done it yet, so let's try it. These poles here should insert into... Do they insert into there? Or do they go down the other way? Let's have a look. Where's a hole? Is that the hole there? There's like a slit just there. Let's see if I go in there. Or is that not meant to be there? Oh, yeah, there you go. Ah, right, okay, I see. So it goes in there. Let's get the other one. Move them out of the way. Get this one into up this seam here. Like so. Okay. That works so far. Should we try the hands to actually grab them and do the pose? So let's see how well you can actually change these hands. So I'm hoping you just pull them. I've never actually changed the hands on these guys yet. Come on, there we go. Very small hole, very small looking fragile peg, to be honest. And what hands do we use? I think you would use... Would you use those ones? Or would you use... Or would you use these ones? Let's go for... Let's just go for these ones. Hang on, are they both left hands? Bloody hell. What am I doing here? So you got left. Left. There we go. Let's go for these ones. A right and a left. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Oh, the gauntlet. There you go. That's something new. That just slides off there. So hold the gauntlet before you put the hand on. And is that on okay? Yep, I think that's on. Let's do the right side. His fist. Very, very sharp gauntlet. So if you get this guy, do be careful. And I quite like the way that the black and the gauntlets, it's got like a nice sort of gunmetal shine to it. It's very, very nice that the light reflects off it. I'm liking that a lot. So let's pull his fist off and put this guy on. If he wants to do it. Da, 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 da. Squeaky, squeaky. There we go. Let's move the camera up a bit. There he is. So, in theory, I should just be able to move his arms up. And then turn his wrist slightly. And he should be able to sort of hold on to the wire, the pole. There we go. It's not the I've probably not got the right hands on, to be fair, but you get the idea. You can kind of go for. Yeah, I quite like that feature, but I don't know. It's not something I'll probably use that often. But I really do like that head sculpt with the bloody face. You can tell that's Keaton, and with the lights being on this guy and on camera, the suit, it isn't that bad. I would like it if it was smoother, but again, that's probably been the biggest complaint with a lot of people, is the suit and the head, to be fair. But yeah, I'm happy with it. But also, you know, there is stuff I don't like about it, but can't please everybody. So I have actually got a custom cape for this guy, and here's the custom cape, and wow, this absolutely elevates this figure. I've gone from not really enjoying it to absolutely loving it now. That's perfect to me. It looks so cool now. So this cape's actually from Lab Customs on Facebook, and they have done an absolute terrific job. Look at that. Drapes really well. Looks nice and clean. The cowl even sits flush on the back. Really nice stuff. And then when you compare it to this, oh, look at that. It's a night and day difference. The material, it just gives this figure a complete different look. It's absolutely elevated it, and I love it now. It looks so good with that cape on. This trash, this perfection. So like I was saying before, I don't own many Hot Toys, but the ones I do will complement this guy. So let's bring in Arnie T800 and RoboCop, and they look pretty sick together. So these three figures are actually, you know, they're all staples of iconic 80s and 90s films, and together they just look fantastic. So I'm made up this guy's actually in my collection now, and just for a little bit of fun, let's put him next to Baby Mezco Batman. So I know this video has been a bit long, a bit of a ramble, a bit nitpicky here and there, but I do appreciate you sticking around, and I hope you've enjoyed it. So thank you so much for watching. Bye for now. And bye-bye.